Day 24 of the pull-up regression. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. So today I decided to dial things back a little bit. If you watched my previous video, you know I completed 9 sets of 3 before finishing the workout with sets of 2 and then singles. This session though, I intentionally reduced that to 7 sets of 3. The reason is simple. I learned from my mistakes during my 20 kilogram phase. Back then, my goal was to keep increasing the number of sets of 6. I went from 7 sets to 8 sets, 9 sets, and eventually 10 sets to 6. Looking back, I think constantly pushing my limits like that is what contributed to my armpit tendon injury. So this time, I'm taking a more patient approach, a more chilled approach. There's really no reason for me to kill myself like I did last time, trying to push the numbers, because I'm still going to get stronger either way. So 7 sets of 3 is more than enough for me right now. There's no reason to rush the progression and risk injuring myself again. One thing I noticed today is that this session actually felt a little harder than the last one, which surprised me. At first, I thought the larger weight plates I used in my previous workout would make the pull-ups harder, but after thinking about it, I realized it actually made the movement a little easier, because those plates were so large I couldn't position them between my legs. They had to hang slightly in front of me. And because they sat closer to my torso as well, they felt much more stable. So while I was doing pull-ups, I didn't have to worry about trying to stabilize the weights and keeping the weights from swinging while I was doing the pull-ups, So today I went back to using the smaller plates. They hang lower, which means they swing around more if I'm not careful. And that forced me to control every rep much more, making the workout feel slightly harder overall. I still think I probably could have matched the 9 sets of 3 from last session, but I don't think I could have done it while maintaining the strict range of motion I'm aiming for now, and not to mention the fact that if I really did want to get to 9 sets of 3, then I'd have to enter danger territory by not controlling the tempo of the pull-up, and then end up potentially re-injuring my armpit tendon, and that simply just won't do. But anyway, another thing I'm keeping an eye on is my new training schedule. As I mentioned in my last video, I've reduced my pull-up training from 3 sessions per week to 2. I'm doing a lot more total training now between pull-ups, planche work, barbell rows, my other exercises, so I simply don't think I can recover from training pull-ups 3 times a week anymore. It's just not going to work. I mean, if I wasn't doing all those exercises for planche training, I would definitely be training 3 times a week, but that's simply just not going to work anymore now. It's still too early to tell whether reducing the frequency will help or hurt my progress, because in the past it did hurt my progress. Like when I reduced my training sessions from 3 times a week to 2 times a week with certain exercises, not pull-ups, but like with shoulder press. The next session I felt weaker. Make that make sense. So technically I was resting too long. But since I'm doing a lot more training volume now, I'm a little bit more optimistic. And hopefully my body will adapt to this new training frequency. But overall, today's workout was pretty relaxed. 7 sets of 3, 6 sets of 2, and 7 singles. One thing I still don't like though is this pull-up bar. It's just too thick. Normally I like wrapping my thumb completely around the bar because it gives me much more better control. But this bar is so thick that my thumb barely wraps around it. And also, it doesn't feel nearly as comfortable, and I feel less control with it. That said, I'm still training at this gym because it has everything I need, and most importantly, it has working showers. My main gym is still renovating theirs. If you guys have been watching that, I've been repeating that for a while. And if you've been following the series, you'll know I really prefer showering at the gym after training. Once I get home, all I want to do is collapse on my bed. And thankfully, the renovations at my usual gym are going to be finishing really soon, so I'll probably be heading back there before long. Overall, though, it was another solid session. The pull-ups are progressing well. Well, I think that's a little bit too soon to tell. I don't even really know if I'm stronger yet. But anyway, the barbell rows are improving, though. And now I'm just waiting to see how this new twice-a-week training protocol affects my strength over the next few weeks. But anyway, that's all I've got for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.